Hello, Taurus. Elsie here to do a bonus read for you. How are you, my friends? Happy midweek to you. Hump day, right? I think it's Wednesday today. I think it is anyway. I'm never really sure unless I check a calendar. But nonetheless, I'm here to do a reading for you. It is a bonus read to just thank you for all the ways that you've been loving me on the channel this week. Thanks so much for doing that. And I am just going to come here with tarot. So whenever I do these bonus reads, if you've been here before, you will know that I just do these bonus reads with tarot, and they are not for any specific length of time. I don't date or time them. It could resonate today, but if it doesn't, it might resonate in the future. And it's not always going to be for you, right? Just keep that in mind. It is a general reading. I'm reading for a lot of energies, whatever comes up. So let's find out what's going on for you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I am your bully sister, of course, right? So I do have a Taurus Sun. Got your energy right here. If you're interested in a private read, my friends, please look to the first comment that is pinned below this video. You will see everything that you need there in order to go over to Wizio and book your private reading, if that's what you would like to do. Tell me what's coming up for Taurus, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I feel like the Grim Reaper today. I've been saying that in most of the readings that I've been doing, because with this eclipse energy, with the full moon, it feels like everybody's letting things go. It feels like I'm bringing bad news to everybody. I think I'm just telling you, I'm just going to apologize ahead of time. Things are ending, y'all. That is what the full moons are about. And with that eclipse energy, I'm telling you, things are ending quickly. Things you didn't expect that would end. Boom, just like that. Yep. Here we go. Tell me about Taurus, please. What's coming up for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Taurus, please. We do have a moment of alchemy. Why is that? We do have Temperance here. Sagittarius energy. Something is about to come into a place and time where it's the most correct time for it to happen. Whatever it is. Let's find out what's going on here. You knew it too. You knew it, my friend. You know it. You know it. So we do have the High Priestess here. The High Priestess is Piscean energy. She's the keeper of secrets, right? She is the one who is the High Priestess is the one who might be a psychic or a tarot reader, a medium, right? Someone who has who is very much in touch with their source. You can see that on top of her head there. You can see that she receives inspiration, right? And that she has a lot of wisdom. So, you know, the High Priestess, you can be a High Priestess when you're young. Absolutely. You can be an old soul. If you've been here over and over again, you might just hit the ground running as the High Priestess. But usually this comes with wisdom and time and lessons, right? It feels like you know that a moment of alchemy is coming. I want to say that it feels like this Sagittarius energy, and I know this energy because it's in my rising, it feels like excitement, and it feels like giddiness, like excitement, like you might be feeling like something is arriving that makes you feel a little bit giddy, like a kid. That's what it feels like. If it's close to you, you will be having these feelings of giddiness for no reason, if you know what I mean. And for some of you, it's that something is about to happen. And for others of you, it's like you have disconnected from something. This full moon has given you a release. You've released something. Maybe you've done some sort of a release ritual, but it feels like you have released something here, Taurus, and you have walked away from something. You have decided that you no longer are going to settle for anything. And it might just be that. It might be this is the feeling of the moment of alchemy where you just decide to let go of things, where you're no longer going to be coerced into staying in places where you know that there is no, that you don't want to settle. You don't want to settle there. Tell me more. Tell me more about Taurus, please. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Ten of Wands. And we have the Three of Swords. Yeah, it does feel like, once again, I'll tell you, somebody's walking away from something. Look, but you can see it, right? The Ten of Wands, what is that? Those are heavy burdens. You've been carrying them around for a really long time, waiting and waiting and waiting for the moment of alchemy. And I feel like whilst you're waiting, that this full moon comes along and it tells you, look, release the stuff that doesn't give you balance. This full moon was in Libra, right? Release the things that don't give you balance. Don't settle for anything. Walk away from these heavy burdens. Walk away from this Three of Swords, this feeling that you have of despair or sadness or It feels like disappointment. I feel like it's a new day. I want to say, as we move through these really heavy energies here, I want to say that it's going to become a new day for you. We do have the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands, of course, is about, going out on some sort of an adventure, right? Again, it's fire energy. So going out on some type of adventure here, somebody has already made the decision to go, because I think that you're realizing that the world is in your hands. Like, you can do whatever you want should you decide to put your effort and energy into it. But right now, you're putting your effort and energy into this, into the 10 Wands, into dragging around other people's burdens, or maybe some of your own. But it's time to put that down. It's time to disconnect from that. It's time to walk away from it here. I do feel that in your insight, in your intuitive insight here, that you know that it's time to go, or you're at the crossroads where you can do anything that you want. This is the time to make changes. When we're in this eclipse season, it's the best time to make changes here. And some of them you don't even expect. I feel like some of them are just changes that arrive because of the energies that be, right? Tell me about the Eight of Cups, please. Why is Taurus in the Eight of Cups, please? Tell me what the Eight of Cups means. We do have the Queen of Pentacles. So what I feel you're walking away from is carrying around these burdens or other people's burdens. It's time for you to focus on your own pentacles, on your own life, your stability, whatever's going on with you. The Queen of Pentacles is the one who is manifesting to be the Empress. So I feel like for some of you that you are clearing or decluttering your life from things that have been hanging around. And I want to say friendships, people who are in the white surveillance vans on Facebook and Instagram that never talk to you, never celebrate anything with you, that, I feel like those are the relationships you're letting go of. And for some of you, it might be love relationships, I'm just going to say. But it feels like this Temperance energy is the moment of alchemy. It's time. It's time for you to disconnect from things that you don't need and focus on your own wealth, health, abundance. We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. And, I'm going to say that with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, you might not understand that the reason that this is all happening the way that it is, the reason why you've decided to clean things up or organize things, maybe it's a closet, maybe you're not getting rid of friends or relationships, maybe you're just cleaning out that basement closet that I just got to get rid of this stuff. I got to give it to the Goodwill. It feels like you don't understand why. You don't have clarity as to why you're all of a sudden disconnecting from people and things and places, and maybe you quit your job and you don't know why all these changes are happening. And I want to say to you that it is eclipse season, right? We just got through a full moon, which is the release. And with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, I feel like while you're building your pentacles or taking care of yourself or whatever you're doing with the Queen of Pentacles energy here, I feel like you don't understand why you're doing it, but you're kind of excited and happy that it's happening. Like, it feels good to let go of, it's a cathartic feeling of like cleaning out the closet and organizing things and, ordering a bunch of organizational things from Amazon, and it feels like this is the kind of energy that I'm getting from you here. Tell me about this High Priestess, please, because I feel that that you're at the crossroads of something and that it's time to make some changes, right? We do have the Four of Pentacles. We do have the Two of Pentacles, and we do have the Five of Pentacles. Sorry, not Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups. So I want to say that in the past you were holding on to some energy of love. But the thing is that Five of Pentacles is here. I feel like you're holding on to someone who's no longer holding on to you. Someone who's got you on the outside looking in. I feel like you're, with the Five of Pentacles here, that you're feeling in lack, that you don't have a love interest in your life right now, and you're feeling in lack about love. But I feel like you're still holding on to an energy from the past. Not all of you, some of you, and if that part is not for you, that's okay. You don't got to take it, but I do feel I am connecting with somebody here who is holding on to love, holding on really tightly to love, actually. And I just want to say, with the Four of Pentacles, as a reader myself, it feels like when you're in the Four of Pentacles and you're holding on so tight, you're telling the universe, look, I don't trust you. I don't trust that you're going to give me anything else or anything new, and that's why I'm holding on to the old love in the past. And so when you decide to finally let go of that, when you realize that this person has already let go of you, it's time for you to let go of them. Tell me about the Temperance card, please. What do we need to know for Temperance for Taurus? We have the Ace of Pentacles. We do have the Seven of Cups and the Two of Wands. So the moment of alchemy is here, and it's very confusing and very overwhelming. You know you have a new path to take. The Ace of Pentacles shows up, but it feels like you're blocking yourself. And I feel like the way you're blocking yourself is by holding on to old energies. And it might not be love energies. Maybe it's someone that you really have a hard time accepting that they did what they did and they didn't say sorry. And it feels like there is an energy that you're holding on to that you hope is going to come back and tell you that they're sorry or something like that for leaving you out in the cold. I want to say that's part of the block. So the moment of temperance is here, the moment of alchemy, right? Where everything, it's like the moment of alchemy is the one time when a woman can get pregnant, right? When everything in the environment is perfect, and that's the only time that it will happen. And this is what I want to say here, that you're kind of pregnant with like a with some sort of something that's being birthed here in the 3D. Something is brand new, a new path, an abundant thing. You're going to be investing in something, but it feels like right now is very, I want to say it's very confusing and overwhelming, and it feels like you feel you can't do it without a partner, maybe, that you're still kind of in this Five of Cups energy about the Five of Pentacles. It feels like you're sort of in this Two of Swords energy where you don't see the situation for what it really is. I want to say that what the situation really is the Ace of Pentacles. And it's time for you to realize that this is a really good time. And although that I feel like there's things that you're letting go of or things that you don't understand, this is a time for everything to become reorganized for you, Taurus. Tell me about this Three of Swords, please. You're at the crossroads, and that's why everything feels weird, Taurus. That's why everything feels weird. You don't really know what to do, what path to take. You know that you want to go, but you haven't made a decision about which way to go because you're still dealing in these negative energies, right? We have the Five of, sorry, not the Five, but the King of Cups. We have the Emperor, and we have the Knight of Swords. Look, I feel like this Three of Swords is about to change. Because the Knight of Swords just showed up. I feel like the Emperor is coming in to throw some words at you. Somebody is coming in here to throw some words at you. And I feel like the words that are going to be about emotions. Somebody is about to confess something to you. There is a confession coming, and I don't know whether you want it or not, and I don't really care. But I can tell you that there is a confession coming, that somebody is going to tell you about their deepest feelings for you. Someone who has been very stoic on the surface. Someone who maybe you really care for, but they showed you that they didn't care at all. And it's probably because they're a Scorpio. They could be a Scorpio. They don't have to be. It could be Pisces or Cancer. This is a general read. But, this is the person here who just grabs all the words and throws them at you and lets you sort them out. Somebody's coming in to go, blah. I really want to tell you about how I feel. And I feel like it's the Emperor. Yeah. It feels like if you are the Empress here, it feels like this is the Emperor. And I say if because just because you're a Taurus or a Libra doesn't mean you're the Empress. The Empress comes with age and wisdom and the learning of all the queens and the balance and, all of that. So you could be the Empress, maybe you're not. That usually comes with age and wisdom. Same with the Emperor, right? The Emperor is all the kings. When the Emperor is here, all the kings are in the room. And it's all about when the Emperor is in the upright, they are the person who is stepping forward. They are the person who is pursuing. I feel like the Emperor is pursuing love. We do have the Emperor and the King of Cups. The Emperor is ready to pursue love, I think. And I feel like somebody here is coming in to tell you that they have feelings for you here. The thing is, we have the Five of Swords on the bottom of the deck, and then we have the Seven. Oh boy. We have the Seven of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords is in the reverse. Look, I feel like you've had your words with this person. That's what it feels like. There's been some conflict. There's been conflicting words, conflicting egos, conflicting personal differences, and I don't feel like that's about to get any easier, but what I want to say is that time sometimes does heal things, right? Time sometimes, maybe not heal it, but maybe mute it, make it feel a little softer, a little easier. I want to say, though, that you're on guard. I feel like you already know, because the High Priestess is here, that your adventure is coming. And I feel like you know that the Emperor is on the way, and you've got the sword at the ready. I feel like you're ready to give the Emperor what for. And if the Emperor doesn't like it, they can kick rocks. I feel like the Emperor is up against the Queen of Swords in reverse and has no idea what they're going to find. I want to say that since time has passed here with the Seven of Pentacles, I want to say that, things have grown, time has passed, you've nurtured the self. I want to say that you've become the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords Swords in the reverse isn't necessarily a bad thing, because we always have a pendulum, right? If we're not used to being liberated in our life and the pendulum's at the middle and we get liberated, it's whoa, it's going to swing that way, right? But once we realize what we're doing and how to say it, then the pendulum will swing back to center. And I feel like this pendulum is swinging left. Like you have a few words for the Emperor, because this person thinks that they're in charge and you're like, nah, brah, it's me. It's me that's in charge. So I feel like it's only because you have had conversations with this Emperor already that have resulted in you two throwing down your swords and walking away, in alienation and isolation, that you feel isolated from the Emperor. And now I feel like you're ready to really tell this person, you're really ready to tune them in. We do have the Wheel of Fortune here. Look, the thing is that everything is changing. And I feel like, Taurus, if you're feeling like maybe not tethered to the ground, feeling in flux, feeling like you're kind of hanging out there, I want to say that that is kind of the energy that is between the moons, between, we're in eclipse season, right? We just had the eclipse in Libra, the full moon, and now we have the eclipse, the solar eclipse coming up on the 8th of April, and we're between those energies where everything is in flux, everything is changing, things are being removed, reorganized, and I feel like you're excited about it, but I feel like you don't really understand, like, the impact that it's going to have on you. You don't really have a lot of clarity, but what you do have is this psychic energy. And I feel like you're following along with the universe. You're saying, okay, just keep opening the path and I'll keep walking. The Wheel of Fortune is here. There it is. It's bringing a love. It's bringing your choice in love. So whoever you've chosen, I believe, is the person that is on the way for you, because something is changing here. A lot of things are changing. You could be dealing with Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, or Gemini possibly, but it feels like was some juggling and struggling going on here, but the Tower has come to bust all that down. I feel like there's going to be no more struggling, no more juggling, no more sadness, because the Tower is here. I feel like the Tower is, it's putting you in a place of healing, of wisdom, I feel. So I feel like this isn't even the beginning of it, Taurus. I feel like there's a lot of things to come, and I really feel psychically, intuitively, that the biggest change is going to come not only for Taurus, but for the whole collective, probably over the first week of April. That's what it feels like. I'm going to go for now, Taurus, and thank you so much for watching here. I do appreciate you, and I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.